welcome back to Wanna Watch Me Code. Back after doing some troubleshooting. Still having issues, but let's just get started and try and figure this out. So I'll do git status, git fetch. Okay, go up. Alright, so let's do npm. Let's go up one. Let's do maker swerve stack. Okay, let's do, move swerve. Okay, so cd swerve stack. Let's do vim web service config .json, and we'll just find our configuration. So we'll have port 2005 services, and then we'll go front end swerve. Go get that, and then back end swerve, and we'll actually go ahead and make back end first. Oops. Okay, and then we'll go in here, we'll do service path equals that, and then swerve web service. And then we'll do swerve front end service, service path, go up one, swerve front end web service. Okay, so we got our configuration. Let's do swerve configure web service config. Okay, so now we got our stack set up, it's running. Go to localhost 2005, get web services. I'm not sure where the front end template's not working. Let me go, okay, let's do install. Let's go deploy. Let's go back actually and undo that. Stop service. That's weird. How's it gonna? 2006, install. Some issues need review. npm fund. Deploy. Localhost 2006. Cannot get. I don't get it. Web service wrong. Okay. Alright, let's take a look. Let's go to swerve manager. Let's go to cd up. I wonder. Oh, okay. I think I might know what's going on. cd swerve web service bin package. Swerve manager. Okay, got swerve manager. So vim, dot, vim dot. Let's make this a little bigger. I guess we can make it even bigger. Okay. Let's make this a little bigger too. Oops. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's go. What am I doing? Okay. Source. Let's go to npm installer. What is npm? Oh, okay. Okay, so we got npm installer web service, routers, web service router, run controller, swerve manager dot run. Okay. Const service of web services instance details. Running web service on port. Do we have errors showing? Installation completed, execute 0, get, post, run. Does that succeed? Post web service run. It ended with 200. So then when we go to, what is it? (2006) 404 not found. I think it has to do with. Let me try something else. Let me go back here. Let's try 2006 with swerve front end web service. Deploy. Fresh. No. Services, stop. What is going on? Stop service. Okay, so it's not stopping them. With instance, web service, multiple indexes for web service index. Instance. 500, stop 500. Okay, so where are we? Okay. Error running web service on port with error, status 500. Stop controller. Instance ID, instance type, instance type. Web status router. No, nothing. New name. Controllers. Okay. Run controller. How are we maintaining that state? Instance details, instance IDs that push, instance details. Run controller service config object log level. Oh, is it because I don't have log level? Oh, it should. Oh, why not use run controller middleware? Weird. How's this? If log level. Oh, okay. It does not equal. Okay. Port and port. So we get a Next going here. Swerve manager. Web services app. Let's get a swerve manager. Got apps and web services. Apps, app, and web services. Go to swerve manager. Stores, swerve. Swerve manager. App, web service configurations. Go package JSON 1.0 swerve. Run with args. Web service, install web service. Get web service. Web service. Install web service. got web service router. App. So create an app.args.port, run with app, run with args, new apps, application, args.services, this.apps, app equals this.apps, if not app support, this.app support is app await express, new app support, this.app support. Install web service. Does it have? Where's install? Get post run. Example service running on port 3006. Swerve npm /g swerve swizzyweb / swizzy frontend template web service. Let's go to Tia. Here, Swizzy backend, Swizzy front, spelled front end wrong. Copy this. Swerve. Port 3007. Local is 3007. Yeah, it doesn't work. 404 not found. Weird. Wonder why. Oh, you know what? I wonder. Verdashio. No. Verdashio. Let's go to Swizzy frontend template web service. Swerve. Let's go to. Is there files somewhere? Let me go to cd node modules at swizzyweb, swizzy frontend. No. Then node modules ls node modules at swizzyweb, so it's swizzy frontend template web service. React dist dist then source routers page router path dir name. Okay, so it might be because that is a ESM. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's do go here, go up, go swerve frontend vim dot. Okay, we're gonna go through, we're gonna upgrade this to ESM. So we'll do type module. Okay, got that. Go there. Go to tsconfig. Go here. Node next. Isolated submodules, true. And then go target ES 2024. Okay, go like that. Okay. Let's go to package and then let's go to here. This should be .js, client.js. Client.index. App, same thing, client/index.js, web service.js. Router, let's go to funny joke client. Index.js. Okay, got that. Page router, web service.js. Okay, let's go to API router.js, index.js. Go to controllers, funny joke controller, API router.js. /index.js and funny joke client's fine. Alright, let's try and build npm run build. No. Import instead CJS webpack. Okay. Rename CJS. Oops. Rename CJS and then rename CJS. Okay. Fill the load JS.config. Okay. Go to package JSON, CJS. Okay. And easy as that. We're now on ESM. Got to repeat the same for serve managers, EJS, right? Yeah, okay. And now let's go to, this is swizzyweb service, web service router. Okay, now vim dot, let's go to tsconfig. Oh, this is the one I just did. Okay, let's go cd up, swerve, front end. Wait, didn't I? Wait a second. Was that already cd swerve web service vim dot? Oh, it's already module. Okay, so let's give it a shot. Let's go to our stack. npm run swerve -config web service config. And are we already running? No. Oh, dir name. Okay, express static dir name page router. Oh, how do I? Oh, page router. Okay, vim dot. No, wrong one. Okay, let's go to page router. Let's go to here, dir name. There's a way to do this. Here we go. I gotta build npm build. Cool. Now let's go here. Let's go back, refresh. Let's go here. Let's do 2006. 2006. Install. Deploy. What's it saying? 200. It was 2006. Nah, damn, still not working. Fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, let's go ls. Okay. ls node modules at swizzyweb / swizzy frontend. Okay. ls swizzy stack node modules. Swizzy swerve front. Wait, how's it? Okay, so bundle isn't there. Got it. Okay, so let's go ahead. Okay, so let's go ahead and fix that. LA. CD up here. Git clone. Gitida. 3972. Okay. So the front end web service clone. Git clone that. CD swizzy. One second. Let me go. Which one's which? Okay. Git status and package. So the bundle's being ignored, it looks like. Logs. Let's do npm install. Npm run build. let's go here and do, actually let's do status rev pub. npm unpublish dot npm publish. Okay. Now let's go try rerunning. And service resin 6 and 6 install. Okay, deploy. Okay, 3006. Nah, still not working. Git status. CD. Oops. Web service. Npm install swizzyweb. And packages. npm update. Let's go see up. Swerve. What's the front end? npm update. Going. npm, oops. npm run build. npm run build. Let's do latest stuff. No, it's not even running. What? Stop service. Oh my gosh. ls. That's swizzyweb. Hash brown sex scanner. Okay, maybe it's cd swerve stack npm init. That's swizzyweb slash swerve stack. Swerve web service full stack. Just swizzyweb, swerve, swizzyweb, space. Okay, now let's do npm or okay. Install. And let's go here. Let's do SLA. There's no node modules. It's weird. Where is it installing? It's working here. Okay. Where is it even installed? Oh, okay, there's no modules. swizzyweb, swizzy front end. There's still no bundle. What the f— oh, I spelled ignore wrong. Git status npm ignore. Oops. Move npm build npm install npm unpublish publish. Okay. Let's go swerve install deploy. SLA node modules. That's swizzyweb, swizzy front end template. So bundles there now. Okay, is that— oh wait, if it's tailwind.js, how's that still? Then tailwind. Then tailwind. Move tailwind. Tailwind. CJS. Git status. npm build. Unpublish. npm on server or swerve shouldn't be there. Install. There's no way. It's definitely cached. Add a 118 packages. Deploy. Oh my gosh. Post web service wrong. Get 404. What the let's try something else. Swerve front-end web service. Install. 6, 7 deploy. Okay, so I think now if I do this, no. If I do oh, is it? Swerve. It's here. This is odd. Modules, no modules react on my path. XLA. Dist bundle. Scores routers, page router. 1, 2. Weird. Return name, import meta URL. I don't understand why this isn't working. Oh, is it? API web router. The API doesn't work either, does it? Server swerve web service web service install save dev as swizzyweb/swerve. npm run server. npm run server. Install. Deploy. Swerve web service. npm install, npm run server, install, deploy, and 6. Cannot get. What the heck? Bundle's empty? What's bundle? Oh. LSLA and new models at swizzyweb, swizzy frontend template website bundle. Dist. It's there. Oh, maybe. And source app. Oh, what the heck? Oh, get web service. State, return new sample. Let's do app. Console.error. Console.error. Their name. Actually, maybe if I do node modules, npm cache clean force. Install. npm node, new node, npm install. Okay, let's. Then maybe I'm just not calling install. App routers. Web service router. Run controller. Swerve manager.run. Run request args new web service. Wait, run with args web service stop push. Log level. Glogger app data root. Okay, service object entry services. Port args port. What's this? This again. swizzyweb swap cache db web service install. Deploy. Ah, okay, so now that's kind of working. So we gotta add force no off, true. And localhost 2006. What? (2006) slash db slash size. Let's go to dash giga swap cache db web service. Swerve args table name access key path to off. Optional parameter set cache type values, RSA key, JDX pass, secret, recorded force no off, force no off, secret, cache type, RSA key, what port is it on? Okay, let's go. Services. Stop. Force now off, true. Swap cache db web service 2006 deploy. Nice, cool, we got it. So now I got db size. So that's working. So the front end's not working, but the back end is. So let's do rest fox. Oops. Go here. Let's go. Let's do a new collection. Workspaces. Add workspace. Swap. Cache DB. Choose documents. New folder. Select. Let's go. Rest fox. Create. Okay, swap cache DB. Let's do HTTP request. Put get request. Okay, we'll do body of JSON. Give it a table name. My table. Key. My key. My key value. Value. Creator. Wanna watch me code. Date. 8/16/2025. Close that. Okay, so let's do post localhost 3006/db. Send HTTP 500 internal server error. Table does not exist. Okay, table does not exist. I know the table does not exist. Oh, what I did. Oh, I gotta do put. Okay, put. Got 200 post. Got the record. Let's do query. Create. Body is JSON. Let's go back here. Copy this. Whoops. Not delete it. Copy it. Paste there. We'll do the query of equals my query equals creator equals date, and it's going to be HTTP localhost 3006/db/query. It's going to be a post, and we got it in 14 milliseconds. Now we got it in 5 because we have caching. Cool. And then let's go and see size 1. Let's go now to stop. Just do stop and listener. Cool. And now let's refresh. Not there. Let's go like this. Post DB query not found. Stop. I don't know why that's there. Web service. Okay, so it's still not working properly. Still showing is there. Okay. Well, anyway, it's running. Oh crap. I think I gotta plug in my charger. Battery's about to die. I'll be right back. Oh wait, who's this? Best view? No. Looks like an interesting project. I have no idea what's going on though. Oh, hey, are you still here? Whoops. Hey. Yeah, so, yeah, I guess it's easy not to know what's going on. Yeah, so, I'm making, basically, I have a web service framework, for writing, like, websites and web services, basically, here, I'll just, like, explain it by doing it. It's ready, so... so it's it's a little confusing. So I have a web service framework, and then I have this thing called Swerve, right? So let me zoom in real quick. So right here, I'll go up, Swerve, front end web service. So this right here is a web service. And so I also made a connection or a execution engine that runs with like Node.js or Dino or Bun. And it'll basically bootstrap this. So I have the service code here, and then you just run swerve in that directory, and it'll run your web service. So this is the swerve web service. So it's like, I don't know, it's like Inception kind of. So so this is a service. It can be anything. Like I have swizzyweb.com. This is built with the web service framework as well and running with Swerve. So you can kind of do things like this, make front end and back end services to make websites work. And it's actually the website for all of this stuff. So I have it all hosted and available if anyone wants to use it. And this, what I'm working on right now, is basically a website that allows you to run those web services. So basically it's the equivalent of what I just did here, like where I run it, like it's not running, I run it, and then it's up. And then this lets you basically do that same thing through a web portal. So right now I'm running on the default port of 3005. I can change it to run on port anything I want, so I'll do 3006. I'll run this, it's not there, and then I go to 3006 and it's back up. I'll just switch back real quick. And then I have a collection of web services I've created. And so one is swap cache DB, which is a database I created. It's made in Node.js, which seems counterintuitive, but it actually performs pretty well and it's pretty flexible. So I can go ahead and I'll show you real quick. If I go to 3006, it's not running. So I'll say 3006 I want this service to run on. I'll click install, and then the backend, okay, one sec. So this actually depends on 2 web services. So okay, so then here is just basically an empty directory, and the main thing here is that I have the web service config. So if we take a look at that, it specifies a collection of web services we want to run with their configurations. So one way, I'm passing a relative path to the upper directory with each of the web services source code. But you can also pass in, like here, the package name, if it's something that's available in NPM or my private repository. And then, so I'll run this, I'll do npm run server, which is the same as, so I'll just do package.json. So npm run server, just call it swerve and passes the configuration in. So I'll run swerve and, oops, server. So I run server, and then you can see the backend web service is running on port 3005, and the front-end web service is running on 3005. So that's one of the cool things, is you can bundle web services and run them on the same ports. Basically it's the same website virtually. So yeah, so that's that. So this is running now. I have like my whole bundle. I'll copy this, I'll refresh to show that it's still running. I'll paste it back, and now we have 3006, and the package we want to run. I gotta do web service. Okay. Log level info, so I can change that to whatever I want. I'll do debug. Path can be blank. And then this particular one, you can, the web services can specify their own configuration values, which I have to figure out a better way of like documenting and servicing when you're trying to do this, because I just have it memorized. But to get this working, you either need to pass in authentication or authorization details, like if you're doing OAuth or access keys. But if you do force no auth true, then basically it bypasses all of that. So it's going to be unprotected, but it's easier for local development. So you can go ahead and install it, and then in the console you'll see in the back end it's installing. I'll go again, 3006, nothing's running. and I'll click deploy. It just deployed, and these are all the logs from it. So now I go here, and a student cannot get, but it's just not a valid path. So I go to DB size, it'll print the size of the database, the table count. So that's the number of tables in the database, and then you can do table name equals my table, and that shows you how big the actual table size is. And then in here, I can show some other logic, like putting a record. So this is actually getting the record because it's a post method. If you do put and give like to put there, so now it's a 200, it put it, we can go and get it, and then we can also go and query it, and we got the record basically. And then so it's running, and then I can do I don't think it's working properly yet, it's a little weird, but click stop service. You can see it shut down. I mean, there was an error stopping the service, found multiple. So this is like, I need to fix this. But anyway, so now I go here, and it should have deleted the app, but there's a bug. So, but if I go to here and try again, it's not running anymore, so it just shows that. Ideally, it shouldn't show anything. It should shut down that server on that port, but that's something I have to fix. So I'm gonna work on that probably now. Does that make more sense, or is that all crazy? All right. Okay. But anyway, yeah, so yeah, I'll just get to, I guess, working on it now. I'm not sure why front ends aren't working. I think it's with the path to the static assets, but we'll see. So yeah, so I guess like to go deeper into like the web service framework, you basically have a web service, you have routers, then you have controllers. So web service, I have a base class that does like a majority of the complexity of managing this thing. So all you have to do is inherit from the base web service class, pass in your state object, which you define here. These are just props that are passed in. They extend the base props so that you can get like the basically everything needed by the base class. And then it's just basically passing like a configuration type thing to the super constructor. And then everything else is handled by the web service framework and Swerve. And then there's the router, which is very similar to the web service, where it's mostly configured here. But then you also have a state converter, which takes the parent state of web service, so this state here, and then converts it into its own router state. And then also configures the controllers, which are just passing in classes, because the controllers implement or extend the base controller class. So the main engine is called Swerve that executes all of this. It'll manage constructing and deleting, or constructing all of the instances of the controller classes, and basically everything. So, and then the controllers, again, have their own state. They have, I commented out, but you can have middleware and pass the middleware to the constructor, and it will basically prepend those and execute them before you get to your controller method. And the bulk of your logic is in the get initialized controller, which just basically returns a express controller for the most part. It's just a function, but I followed the structure of express, where it's a request and response. Under the hood, I use Express, a modified version of Express, where basically Express allows you to have routers and use them, but it doesn't have a way for you to unuse them and remove them, which is kind of like one of the benefits that I was looking for in basically in this. So you can click deploy and then uninstall it or stop the service. To do that, I had to write a modification to the Express library to make it like natively supported by it, because there's like hacky ways to do it, and I figured I just wanted to do it the correct way. I talked to the Express. I have a comment on the Express repository asking if that was something they'd want me to make a pull request for. One person was open to it and like thought it was a good idea. Then somebody else came in and said, no, like, we don't want to do that. They didn't explain the reasons, but they just said, like, I don't know, make it, like, I don't know, it'd be side effects, because I don't really know Express that well. I don't know what the edge cases are and stuff like that. So I basically didn't go any further with merging it in, or trying to get it merged in, and just have this fork of it. But anyway, that's like the basic structure. It's just web services, routers, and controllers. There's the state is used for basically dependency injection. So in the highest level, the way this is exposed to the execution engine Swerve is to just get web service method. And that's just, so it's in the app file, but that's really just the entry point for the main and package. Do I serve the front end bundles through Express? Yeah, I do. So I created templates for like base Git repositories with like example implementations, like for front end and back end, that you can just fork and just like remove whatever you don't need and build upon it. So I can show you real quick wherever it is. Okay, I'll just go here, Swerve front end web service. So I just have a router here, and all it does is, like you said, exposes the Express static, whatever this is called, middleware, like function, and passes a reference to your bundle, and then bundle is compiled and put into the root directory so that it can access it. So in this case, bundle has index, like all the compiled assets from, I guess index might be static, and then the CSS and JavaScript come from the React directory, which is compiled here with Webpack, and I have a configuration for that. Yeah, you're right. It is statically hosted with, or the bundles are hosted with Express. Only spas with React. It can do whatever you want, really. Like initially what I did, I've done it with rendering engines as well. So I used what's it called? I forget what it's called. Not Jest, because that's testing. EJS, yeah. So I was really one of the first templating engines I learned for Node.js back in like 2017 was EJS. So initially here, like before I made the template for this, I used that for rendering like generated pages. So it's pretty flexible, honestly, since you can serve both on the same. Yeah, so for route collisions, ready, watch this. So I can do, that's something I thought of immediately when I did this. So I can do like swerve. So ready, I'll do swerve. Let's go swerve. Let's go back. So we'll do swerve. This is front end, so we'll see it. So you can see here, it's on the base path, but you can do pass configuration of path of home. I think that's the one. And now it's not here, but it's on the base path of home. So that's how I worked around having collisions on the paths. But still, like, that isn't necessarily required by the people who implement it. Like, if I look here, I explicitly take in a proper path, which is in the base class as well. But I pass in the path that's passed in, or I do default to no path. But, like, theoretically, somebody could just, like, hard code this to, like, my path. And then you wouldn't be able to, like, modify it unless you extended it. I don't even think you could do it if you extended it, but like, this is kind of the recommendation for that. No, the base path is for everything. So yeah, like the front end and back end as well. Yeah, but I don't know. Like, I made this flexible so you can hard code it. I don't know if that's like, I don't know. Like, it might be like annoying if like if somebody doesn't and then you want to use it. But how does that stop collisions if it's for everything? Oh, no. So okay, so let's see, routers. You can do it at every layer. You can do it at routers, you can do it at web service, but basically how it works, this is only for this single web service. So this one, for example, like, so right now, like, basically think of it as like one web service is like isolated from other web services. So for this particular project, I'm actually running both the front end and back end as separate web services, and they just have so if I go here, no, not that. Oh, I did. What am I doing? How'd that not work? Oh, because I'm at home. So if, like, I go here and then I do like a method like install, get install 404 not found, so it's not found. Oh, yeah. So, collisions between services. Yeah. So, yeah. So the kind of the reasoning, like, I don't think that's really like if you have path collisions within a web service, like, only one person owns that. So, like, that's kind of on them to not have the collisions, in the same way that, like, in any sort of language, if you make two paths that point to the thing. Yeah. So, like, with software development, sometimes you just gotta, like, have limits, or, like, you know, like, you can go down rabbit holes to make everything as flexible as possible, but sometimes you just have to have, like, opinionated, like, decisions where you say no to stuff, or, like, because if you, like, I don't know, like, you gotta kind of, like, reach a goal that you're trying to achieve instead of making everything, like, perfect and fit every case. But I figured, like, with this, like, at least, like, if you're trying to use somebody else's package, you can make it so it doesn't collide with your web service package. But, like, yeah, like you said, like, it's kind of on them if they add collisions. But yeah. So let's see. Yeah, dude, I'm running a lot of weird issues. Like, when I first started today, everything seemed to be working before, and then things just stopped, like, started being weird. But I did, like, a bunch of ESM migrations on a lot of stuff. So I don't know. I added tests, but some of them aren't passing anymore. I used, like, I got really frustrated with Jest, and so I went to Node test internal framework thing that they added, but then I had TypeScript based tests, and that's not supported in, like, Node 22, which is the one that I'm basically using for the most part. So I temporarily upgraded the 24, and the tests were running, and then I upgraded to like a newer version of 24, and then there was like a bunch of weird stuff that I don't think was my fault. Like there was literal memory like overflow issues and invalid access to memory at like at the Node.js level. So basically, it's kind of a bad bug. It could lead to like, I don't know, accessing memory you shouldn't. But oh yeah, dude, I don't know. Some of like, dude, some of this stuff is like the TS config. Like, I don't know what any of this stuff. I mean, like there's just so many parameters, and like I just like once I figured out one configuration that works, I just reuse it over and over again, not understanding like all of the intricacies of it. And then like I don't know, when I first started I was making all these crazy mistakes until I just figured out a way to do it consistently. And then on the upgrade I was like, look, I was using like ChatGPT or something because I didn't know how to go from CommonJS to ESM. And AI is also really bad at it, so it was the equivalent of me just like banging my head against the wall, but AI was making it worse. So I just like figured it out on my own, and this is the configuration I used. I don't know if there's anything weird about it, but yeah, dude, that's the problem. Is like like JavaScript and Node.js and all this stuff, like it's just really easy to get it to not work when like if you're working in a language like Java, like you don't run into any of the same issues, because like here where you're basically configuring the compiler, in JavaScript it's just, or Java, or like C# or like whatever other language you want to use, like you don't usually touch the compiler options unless you're like optimizing it, and like the defaults like always work. But with like this, with TypeScript config, there like basically is no default. Like you have to have a TS file, and it defaults to CommonJS. So like you like to even just start, you have to like modify it to get it to like the more modern version. Java and C# move a lot slower too. Oh, you mean as far as like updates and stuff, or like break like new features and stuff? Oh yeah, yeah. That, I mean, I guess that's a trade-off. Like that is true that all these JavaScript and TypeScript engines like release features like really fast, like at least once a week, probably, right? But so I guess that's the trade-off, is like it moves really fast, but it's just hard to keep up with. Let's see. What am I doing anyway? I don't even know. Let's see. So let me like. I think I'm gonna. Let's go. I think I'm gonna fix the front end maybe, because there's some stuff that's just not working. And let me guess. I probably have 0 tests for this. npm run test. But I don't have any tests. But alright, close this. Alright, let's go Vim. Let's do the front end. Source client. No, not source. Let's go to React. It's been a while since I looked at this. Service template. Swizzy front end web service template. Okay, it's just that. Model service list. Okay. Event.target. Target. Service. I don't even know. Let me go back here. See what I'm looking at. Let's go to the. Where's the main? Where's app? App. New services. Remove services. Get web services. Service manager. Okay, so we got service main content service manager. Get web service set. Services panel. Services panel. Services manager. So are you more of a front end guy or back end or full stack? Or girl, I don't know. Okay, services, service list, okay, service list, add services, install service component. I'm like 75. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm more of a back end, but obviously I don't know, I wrote this, I don't like, this is probably pretty bad React code, but I dabble. I don't do it perfect, but I like to dabble with everything. Okay, so service list, services, instance ID, key, instance ID, danger stop. Yeah, but it's not working, it seems like, so. Save. Cancel. Save. What is it? Show config. Stop service. Oh, that's pretty cool. Forgot about that. So it's pretty cool. I made it so that this is the actual web service JavaScript, JSON stringified. So it's got like service name, if it's installed, the port, package name, which is wrong, and then the routers, which are null because web control, I don't know, because they're not, because I guess they're compiled out at compile time. Got controllers. I should probably just remove that, but it's got controllers, the method, the action, converter, middleware, which like these are actual function names. So like if you just do an anonymous function, it's just going to show undefined or null. Cool. And then let me see, inspect. Danger stop service, show config, stop service, on click, stop service, service. Stop service, instance ID, okay, we got that. Set service config tags, service config null to set current service, set current service. What? Oh, it's edit service. Stop service. Catch error code while stopping service from list. Okay, let me check the console. How much of these configs can someone edit? Having this with editable. Oh, yeah. Oh, so this isn't editable here, but basically these you can service configuration. It's well, so this whole thing is like only, so that's one thing. I have to add authorization and authentication to it because they shouldn't be just like on the internet. This should be like something that like an admin uses to or like a engineer uses to manage their running services and fleets or whatever. But yeah, I just did JSON because like for now, just because like it's a lot of work to make a UI for something like this, I think. And it just wasn't my focus. I was more focused on like the back end functionality and like being able to manage everything, even if it's ugly or complex, and then reduce the complexity with the UI that fits it when like kind of all the kinks are worked out and stuff like that. But there is some validation. Like theoretically, like this should work, because on the local directory this exists, and that's how I'm running it locally. But if I click install, if I click deploy, it doesn't tell you anything because there's no UI to do that yet. But it shows error messages, bad requests. So bad requests because this is a relative path. Failed to execute JSON on response. Yes, there's no JSON. So I gotta fix all this stuff. But anyway, let's see. Add web services. Get web services. I'm just like add service. So let me try this again. Swap cache web service. Force now off. True. Install. So installing. Installed. Deploy. Okay, so see now, ready? So I just installed on the same port, so I can do 3005. And so these are both running, right? Like that. Okay. And then when I go here, click stop service. Let's see what happened. Error code serve client. Fetching stop endpoint syntax failed to execute JSON on response. Oh, okay. Unexpected end of JSON input 500. Oh, okay. So there's a server error. And that's because I'm throwing it in the server. Stop service. But then I'm confused why if I go back to services, it's still there. Probably because I'm not using any sort of state management in React. Because I don't know about it. I know some stuff, but I looked at a like article the other day, and there's like a million different like hooks. I guess, yeah, hooks. There's like so many hooks. And I tried to just do top down everything, like passing in everything I need. Use state false, use state. I thought I did. I don't know. Services, services. Anyway, it sounds like I actually have a back end bug, so maybe I'll fix that first. Yeah, okay, so let's see. State process CWD, app data root, instance ID, web service, apps, port, app server, undefined services. Yeah, I don't know much about context, but yeah, I'm not very good at React. I used to not like React, but it's okay. Process CWD, let's go, run controller. All these state hooks. Let's see. Here, I'll paste these ones. So why is this so wrong control? Let's go to stop controller. Where is swerve manager, stop, send, get initialize control. I'll go like, I wonder if that's one. Error stopping web services. Get state, stop, instance ID, instance type. Oh, what is instance type? What am I, let me see here, what am I sending? Alright, make this bigger. Okay, 3005 instance ID. Web service, instance type, web service. Run. Info. Run. Okay. Where does run? What did I do? Oh yeah. Run controller. Instance details. Path port packaging. Instance ID. App port. Server manager app data root. Huh. You're running web service. Swerve manager, instance type. Stop instance detail. I wonder if but it stops it. That's the thing I don't understand. What the heck? Let me look at the log again. Error code initializing service. With instance type web service with error found multiple indexes for web service instance type. Okay, let's go grep with instance -r source. Stop web service instance type with error stopping web service. Excited. Stop. Error stopping web service. Found multiple indexes for web service. So that's in Swerve Manager. Okay, so let's go C Swerve Manager vim dot swerve found multiple. Okay, indexes file map index file dot instance ID equals web service. Oh, that's why. Map. Oh, okay. That's wrong. Because it's always going to be greater than 0 index. Oh. What? Weird, how's there multiple web services map? Let me go here, multiple indexes with index count with indexes. Okay, let's go here, npm round build, get status, and package.json. Get status, npm install, npm round build. Okay, and then we'll go to here, now is the front end. Swerve. Okay, let's go here and go package. Let's go npm install swerve manager. And web service install. I wonder if it'll work now. Yep. Services, stop service. Index is 1. Found multiple. It's probably because it's staying undefined, right? What is I have a feeling you might not need all this state in there as context state, but it's all in there. Oh. Wow. I don't know. I'm afraid to open it. I'll open it later. Let me go, actually. What the heck? Oh, .com. Okay, yeah, I'll take it. I already did open it. Oh, context? Oh, okay. Okay, so it's just like a collection of state values. I kind of do something like that. That's like kind of how I mean, it's similar to what I'm doing here with this state, except I scope it down as it goes down the layers. It's only 50 lines of code, trust. Yeah, I just didn't know. I didn't know. I don't know if I ever used Pastebin before, but it's just a shortened URL, so I didn't know if it was gonna like redirect me somewhere else or not, but it didn't. So yeah. Okay, so where are we? This is Swerve still. What was I looking for? I got distracted. Oh yeah, okay. The indexes. And map to array. Map to array list with filtering. Oh wait, I know what I need to do. Web services dot filter. Yes, filter. This is what I want to do. Return false. Greater than equals 0. Oh wait, no, I wanna. Oh, okay. Return true. I think that's what I want. I guess I could just do return equal. Okay. All right, let's just give it a shot. npm run build. Index. Where's index? Where did I put that? Where did what? Did I delete something? How did index disappear? Okay, I got it. Okay, I'm gonna do stu dot filter val oh, damn it. Let's try that. Deploy. Stop. Cool. Stopped web service. Have I run it? Crash. Status 400. Rest status. I spelled status wrong. Did I just make that change? Get all web services. Filter can return null. Yeah, I think that's what was going on. I was doing the map and then returning it if it was matching, but then it would I guess by default return null because it is void. It doesn't return anything. So yeah, so the filter was, yeah, basically what I did. I think it worked, but I don't know why I made that mistake, but oh shoot, my laptop is like about to die. 5%, 1 sec. Alright, bet. Wait, what happened to your ears? What did I do? Did I make a noise? Okay, where is... Okay, okay, so gotta go to the back end. Is this the back end? No. And it was a stop controller. No, it wasn't. It was get all web services. Status. Okay, let's go build that npm run build. Let's go run this. Add web services, deploy, get web services. Wait, how? Wait, that's what? What did I just do? How's this? What is going on? How's that? Close this. Deploy. Sample service getting one sample front end web service. Oh, okay, I get it. It's that's why. Wait. Oh, I'm being silly here. It's 2006. 2006 deploy. Let's go 2006. Nah. What am I? Frizzy one template web service. I don't get why. 404, 404. That loud noise was crazy. I didn't. Oh, was it like the sound from me plugging in my laptop, like a doo-doo? Now if I play it again though, will it holy shit. Sorry about that. I didn't Oh, turn speaker down. Is it still doing it? I meant to, I tried to mute my mic at that point, but it didn't work. Oh, okay. Was it bad the second time too? Timestamp CSS. 304. Wait, but it's. That's weird. The bundle works, but wait, does it work? Let me see. Get 404 not found. Oh, I wonder. It's so bothering me how this doesn't. Services. App port says it is not defined. Error stopping web services. Cannot read properties of undefined reading services. So I just destroyed it. That's so weird. It's like, okay, that's weird. I think the ordering probably of my services. Boy, now if I do this, what the heck, dude? I think it's like my state is wrong on the front end and it's not anything to do with the back end. Let me go get web service instance ID. Instance type web service. Let's go to RESTFox. Go to a different workspace. Workspace, my collection. Get all web services. Sample front end web service. Swerve stack. Swerve stack. Ah. Sample service. Weird, 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 weird. (2005) backend web service, DynServe web service. Maybe, okay, maybe this is still wrong. Maybe I'm slicing incorrectly or something. Oh man. Okay. So I think what's happening, okay, so I'm filtering and then I'm getting the index. I think of the filtered one, so the index is probably incorrect. So I probably have to do something similar to what I was doing before. How are you mapping over services in the list on the front end? I'll have to check. It's been a while since I touched that, but this is probably definitely it though. I think I need to do what I did before, basically, and then then filter out the nulls. Or return -1 or something and filter out the -1s. Oh no, no worries. Yeah, I definitely have to take a look at that. That was my initial thought. It could be that, but it could be a lot of things because this stuff's not very good. Equals then index, which I have to add, else undefined. And then filter, and let's do this. Val, is it val or is it, which one is it? Val, index, okay, and then do dot filter, and then we'll do val is not equal undefined. And then we'll do, get rid of that, and we'll go just like that. Comment that out, comment that out. Should probably just delete it. Delete that. And spell undefined right. Undefined right. Okay, and then get rid of this. and then go here, npm run build, close this, npm run server, let's get web services, let's go here, get web services, add service, 2006, deploy, let's get web services, DynServe web service, and then we got sample front-end web service. I wonder if it'll work now. Nope. Services, let's do show config, example service, okay, stop service, and what's it say? Stop web service with instance web service, okay, instance, okay, go back. Cool, I think I fixed it. There's so many layers to this, so that you gotta hop through so many packages. But the nice thing is, like, even though like there's a lot of packages, I mean, aside from all this React's like a lot of code, but like each of my packages is usually pretty small, so like it makes it a little easier to like find what you need, because you know, like, I mean, over time as you get to know everything, you can just go to the package you know is causing the issue. But then it's a little annoying because then you have to build everything and then you got to link it, like if it's not published yet. But like as far as readability, like this is, I mean, it's like 500 lines. I should separate this out. There's a lot of like additional stuff, like all these interface definitions should probably be in their own file. But like for where's a good example of what I'm trying to show? Like here, like this is just commented out, but there's only like 70 lines of code, and then each one of these is about that long, 107. So you're looking at like small scope files, only 52. This entire package is probably like like under 1,000 lines of code. I can actually do that. Go to right window, move window, increase width, quit window. Whoops. How do I, what did I just do? Okay, so ignore me. So that's working. If I stop this now, nothing's running and it's not gonna work, right? So deploy, installed one web service for request ID. Did I? How's it working? I'm confused. Is it working? 2006, deploy. It is working. I guess, I think what's happening is that the state is like it gets initialized with the state, including the base level service, but it doesn't actually have access to like the app context, like the actual app express instance. So like it's just basically, I guess, deleting the metadata about it, but not actually deleting or stopping the actual like express instance. So let's check this. It's still doing that though. Stopped web service. Oh. That was weird. Oh, I guess maybe it was cached. It stopped now. Get web service. Okay, so I mean it works. I just don't know, like when I load this, I forget where this comes from. It's like the initial state. I'm gonna remove this because there's the add web service and services. Okay. Set drop down false. Yeah, this is real. It's pretty ugly. Also want to maintain state between everything. Cause like ready, like if I go and I like modify this and then I go away and then I come back, it reverts back. So I had this happening in another project and I ended up just like making it or fixing it by having the configurations like at the top level so that when these individual pages change. But you probably know better than me the proper way of doing that. Well, I guess you just showed me with the context, but where's run service component? Alright, I'll add the context. I'll go back to your link and just copy and paste it. And that wasn't all of them, but oh shoot, no, close this. I was just about to play that noise again. So I'll show your code. Type. Oh shit, dude. Oh, dude, it is. It's a virus. Oh no, dude. Well, at least I'm on Ubuntu. I feel like it's usually not the target. Damn, dude. That was scary. It just like popped up with a pop-up once I opened your answer or your bin thing. Maybe we'll do it again. Screw it. Oh, maybe I just clicked on an ad. No, it's that. Like, inspect. Testation check for topics URL violation. Avoid using document that right. Time. API. Is this just filled with ads? Like, why did it open up those pop-ups? I'm gonna go. Let me go to chatgpt.com. Stay logged out. Is there anything embedded in this? There's nothing hidden or suspicious. Okay. Sorry, I just don't want to get a virus. Bring us back. Oh no, it's okay. I'll just use this. That's fine. Okay, so it just goes in its own file and it's like a global that I just use everywhere, I guess. I'll do context.ts. I guess it's got to be tsx. And then input paste. Well, so do I need the sets or can I just have service config text and it'll... Oh, okay. So this is that thing you wrap everything in. Okay. So I'll probably do that in like, where was it? I guess app. And then put it around here. No, wait. Wait, what am I? Oh, around service manager maybe. Oh, okay. Only need the, okay. So then, context. Use service must be written within the service provider. So then do I just call use services within wherever I want to use it? Or is it this? Oh, this is examples. This. Do I wrap whatever I need in the service context provider or? Oh yeah, let me just try it, I guess, and see if it complains. Not find name, service contact. Get web service missing in panel. Wait, what does it complain? I didn't even change anything, did I? Is this like never right? Get web services. Get web. Was that missing? Is that all that was wrong? npm round build. You have the top level service provider, and then you can use what hook to pull the state out. Okay. Let me just see if I was just being dumb and didn't pass in something I needed. Boy. Oh, you know what? Maybe I gotta get a... Nah. Well, let's go and go... So this right here, I think, is the ordering issue. So like if I click close here, the backend disappears. And then if I refresh, it's actually correct. So I think I'm slicing the wrong way or something. Services manager, service list, service manager, service list. Service list key equals service instance ID, instance service, stop service, remove service. Where's remove service? It's passed in from, I guess, where I just was, which was service manager, and then service is set, add service, add remove service is passed in a service manager. So it's kind of what I did is I just passed everything down from the top, and it obviously gets pretty big, which is why your context is probably better. So it's service manager, and then service list is that I have service manager, services, stop. Oh yes, this is. Okay, so this is what I'm looking at in that page. Service config, save service configuration, services, remove service. So stop service, remove service. Was I just here? This looks exactly like what I was just looking at. Am I? Yeah, I was just here, wasn't I? Let's go back to app. Service manager. God, service manager. Oh, so app, it gets passed in there. So add service, set service, remove service. Remove service, service, I equals 0, I is less than service blank, next services by, services, so instance ID equals, next service at instance ID, continue. Set services, services provider. Got it. And I guess index is where it's, oh, okay, so here I guess I wrap it. Okay. I just want to see if I can fix it really quickly without having to rewrite everything real quick. I could just, I guess, pass it the AI and tell it to do it, but I like to code, so you'll need to edit the code I gave you instead of store that. Oh, okay. Service dot instance ID equals next service dot instance ID. Service dot service list. Oops. Why am I tracking that? Alright, this is really bad, I think. Space 2, text area, okay. False and save service. Package name poor, danger on click, stop service, stop service. Stop service, instance ID. Weird. Remove service. I think remove service might be sus. Yeah, I think you're right. And that goes all the way up to app, right? Add services, remove service, function, new services, iService, services.length, services sub I, service.instance ID equals next. But I continue there and then set services is a use state, so I wonder let me put some logging. Let's do console.log remove services, skip remove services, removing service with instance ID, console.log remove services, remove keeping service with instance ID, that's not even next service sub instance ID, instance ID, and we'll go here and do service next service dot instance ID. And then do console.log setting, or I'll do remove services, updating service. new services. I don't know if that's gonna log properly, but we'll try. I don't have to build it. npm run build. npm run server. Go here, get web services. 2006, 6, deploy. Show config, hide, stop. Now let's go to. That didn't log at all. Okay. Maybe, wait, I wonder if it didn't build fast enough. Let's try one more time. 6, deploy services, stop service. Okay, yeah, looks like you're right. It's not even calling that. Oh, there are logs in it. Yeah, there's logs in the terminal, but it's not the logs I put, right? It's just object web services. Oh, in terminal. You mean, okay, terminal. Yeah, there's logs here, but this is working properly, I think. It's more the UI is not properly. Like, this should be backend web service. So then where does it get not passed in downstream? So remove service, okay, it gets passed into service manager. And then we got set services, remove service, we got it there. Wait, remove service there. And then add service, new service, service lift, remove service. It's passing the service list. Service list. Remove service. Is it because it's not like services? And service. Okay, so services is passed in also. So service manager. Where's services? Services is passed in. Remove service. Swerve service. That's working fine. And then service manager. So an app is passed down. The try catch. In what part? Oh yeah, there's no error anymore. I fixed that, I think. That was due to the index issue that was going on. Let me see. Do I need to do? Oh, you know what? Maybe it was working. I just didn't refresh the page to get the new JavaScript. Get web service, stop service. Nah, it's still. Oh, now it's logging. Okay. Remove service, updating service with set services and services. Okay, so I need the JSON stringify. Remove services 946. Heaping service, that's correct. Removing service is removing service with instance ID C. Okay, that's correct. And then let's refresh and try again. Deploy services. So that's C95. C95 is removed. 9A. That's weird. Let's do JSON.stringify. Get services, install, deploy, services, stop service. Oh, I didn't refresh the page again. That's annoying. Deploy. I actually did add a dev function that what the heck? Instance ID that. Oh, did I log the wrong thing? No, it's new services. New services. Okay. What? Oh, I think I might know why. Oh. Let me see something. Let's go add service, deploy, show config, stop service. Or, no, it's... okay, next service. That's weird. Oh, okay. I think that should be it. I was adding the same service over and over again. F5 services, deploy, services, stop service. Cool. Now, okay. That sometimes, dude, sometimes the stupidest stuff is always the issue. And then if I stop this, it doesn't do anything, it still runs, but 6 deploy. Not found. Oh, yo, I wonder, you made a good point about using the express static method. I wonder if maybe you can only do that once. So, I don't think so, though. No, that doesn't make sense, because I did, if I do swizzy swerve web front end web service, I think that's it. Swizzy's. No, it's Swerve Front End Web Service 2006. I don't think it's gonna work actually. Install. Did it work? I didn't know. No. Okay, JS error module not found. I don't get that. Swerve Manager Disk Details Install Web Services Package Resolve Module Resolve Default Module cat package.json. Promise rejection. New web service not iterable. Run with ROs. Install web service. I don't even think I have this in. I gotta get that all figured out. Oh, okay. Swizzy Swerve front end. Yeah, that is misleading. That basically says that every time. I need to fix the error messaging. That's like the highest level error message, and it's not giving like anything useful. But basically anytime a web service fails to be created or initialized, it'll say that because it iterates through every web service you provide, and like at that point for some reason I guess it fails and throws an exception, and then it's not defined, and then it says it can't be iterated on. So it doesn't really give you a clear indication of what's actually going on. But I think that I don't even have this in my repository, my npm repo. Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's been really annoying. It's like all the exception handling and like logging of it, because like for some reason my logger doesn't handle JSON stringifying like exception objects, so then they just show as object, and then I have to do JSON stringify, but then sometimes it's not an object and it throws. So it's just really an annoying thing. I ended up making like in another project like exception classes that stringify themselves, and then make sure I only throw those. So that's been good. Where I don't think I have it. I think okay, Swerve. swizzyweb/swerve. Alright, let me refresh. What the heck? That's not good. Is my server down? Oh, dude. This is the most annoying thing. Ready? I put on STS, nope, nope, DNS, Google Chrome, Flush, HSTS, Chrome Net Internals, HSTS. So like, I just showed you, ready? Like, if I go here, swizzyweb.com, this is my main website, and it's just the base swizzyweb.com, but it's HTTPS with SSL, and I set up in Nginx or Nginx, I like to call it, the TLS certificate, and I think initially I chose HSTS as the like basically so that if it's a HTTP URL already, it automatically redirects to HTTPS. And I must have accidentally put like the do it for subdomains. So like if then I go to another URL where the base path is swizzy.com, it tries to redirect it to HTTPS, and then it doesn't support HTTPS because it's just not set up for that. So then I have to go here, and then I have to go swizzyweb.com and clear, input domain, and clear it, and then I can go back, and maybe not, HTTPS swizzyweb.com, delete. Now I can go back. Now it's not, oh, because it's got HTTPS. Okay, there we go. So now it loads. We're ready. If I go back and I go to like swizzyweb.com, and then I go back and I go here. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes it does it, sometimes it doesn't. But it obviously it wasn't working before, and it's working now. So swap, there's swerve front end web service. I do have it. Swerve web service. Let me see something. Let me look at the logs again. Let me do a npm install swizzyweb vim package. Swizzy front end template. Install. Deploy. It's not working. Installed one web service. Okay. Services. Let's do. Oh, is it? Weird. It's not working at all now. Install. Six. And where is it installing all this to? Oh, it's only new modules. That's swizzyweb, swizzy front end web service. It's just bundle React. Oops. Vim. Client routers, API router, page router. Their name, file name. So I'm gonna ChatGPT. How to get your name in ESM of current file. Is that why? Why is this happening? Routers API. Slash API slash funny joke. Deploy. Weird. Four. Weird. Weird that it takes so long to shut down. I wonder if it'll work if I do it this way. I wonder if let me try something. Let me go shut this down. Let me try, I'm gonna try and do, if I can find it. See, swerve backend, or swerve web service. Swerve dot. Okay, so we're gonna try it with the backend web service. 2006. Deploy. No, it still doesn't work. Let me run. Huh. Their name, DD, their name. npm install git status. Can't see much. Okay, let me zoom in. npm unpublish npm publish. Interesting. Okay, so that's not gonna work then. Service path. Port 2006. Okay, 2006. Cool. So it works when I do that. When you do npm install -g at swizzyweb /swizzy content template web service. Service, that's service. Maybe it's like specific to this one too. Oh, the screen is stuck. Oh shit. Let me I'll be right back. I'll stop and start. 'Cause I have to close OBS, I think. Be right back.